Hello there, mate. I'm gonna talk to you for 10 hours and then I'll punch you. Is that okay? There are a number of things wrong with that sentence, and I guess that you know what's wrong with that. When you come up to a person that you don't know, our innate response is that there is an alarm ringing inside us, and you need to hit the snooze button before it gets so annoying that the person gets up and leave. And that alarm is our innate urge to evaluate the surroundings and keep ourselves safe. Whenever there is someone you don't know, you are suspicious because you don't know the person and you don't know whether they are not bullies or you know offenders or simply a person that is really annoying and is trying to woo money from you. When you are approaching someone, you have to make sure that the person sees you as a friend. You have to hit that snooze button so they are not getting annoyed and leaving you there. How are you asking? That's a great question. Let's discuss four main questions that are super important to answer within first 10 to 20 seconds of your conversation. Those questions are: who are you? What do you want? How long is that going to take? And are you a threat? If you manage to answer these questions that every single person is unconsciously asking, you are off a good start to a successful conversation. You have to make it smooth. Friction, unnecessary red flags. No, 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 no. Friends, best friends, partners, friends with benefits, business partners, boyfriend, girlfriend. Yes, 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 yes. How are you still asking? That's a great question. Let's dive into that. But before I tell you how to incorporate those questions, those answers within your first sentences of the conversation, let me offer you a free conversational challenge that will help you to become more confident in your own communication skills. And it will help you to come up to any person out there and start conversation with them. And this video will help you a lot when you take that course as well. If you are interested, the link is down there and just check that out. I'll be happy to see you there. Back in the video. You already know the principle. The principle is that you have to answer those questions and it works best on a paper. But if you want to incorporate that in your everyday life, you have to take some steps so it works properly. For example, the last question, the are you a threat question, is usually very hard to tell. It's like, hi, I'm not dangerous. Yeah, good luck with that. It's nonsense. There's no way that's going to work because once you mention dangerous, the word dangerous, they will start thinking, what's wrong with you? Why are you dangerous? Why are you telling me that? So, this one, the are you a threat question, is usually addressed by your body language, by your tone of voice, by your choose of venues. So you usually don't have to mention that in your speech in that opening section. Let me give you another example of how it works. So imagine that you come up to a woman on a ladies' room. You will have a very hard time explaining that you are not a creep, that you are not a dangerous person. Or other example, imagine that you are wearing black glasses, you have arms akimbo, and you have a Glock at your belt. Explain the person that you are not dangerous. So use your body, your exterior, your behavior, the way you speak to ensure to communicate that you are not a threat. Be more friendly, be open, have open gestures, and those three other questions are quite easy to incorporate in the first seconds, in the first sentences of any conversations out there. So once you get a good grasp of a threat question, you are good to move to incorporating those three other answers to the unconscious questions that other are thinking. One note in here is that once when you are talking to someone, you want them to think the least possible. When you get the person thinking, the person that you are talking to, when you get the person you are talking to thinking, you are starting to lose them. They are thinking, they are not focusing on you. So you want to make them think the least possible. So there is a chance for you two to hit it off. So now I will give you example of how to properly start a conversation. Hi, I'm Martin. I'm supposed to meet here Mr. Peterson for a job interview at 3 p.m. can you please tell him I'm here? In this sentence, you gave all the answers, so the receptionist doesn't need to worry. What are you? Who are you? Why are you there? And the start of the conversation is now smooth, and you two are talking. There is a who you are, what are you there for, and how long is that going to probably take. There is a time element, so the receptionist can now start talking to you easily because she knows she knows you, and she knows that you are not going to hug her for another 3 hours. Now you have an open communication channel that you can use or abuse or just enjoy, whatever your intention is. Another sentence can be, hello there, I'm Martin, I'm with RSPCA, and we are fundraising for the charity here today. Could you please give me 5 seconds of your life to fill out this little form for me, please? Again, this sentence, who you are, what do you want, and there is a time element. The time element is not concrete, it's not literal, but it will work much better than you say, can you give me 5 minutes of your life? Nobody's going to give you 5 minutes. But if you tell them it's 5 seconds, they will do it more likely because it's just very short amount of time. When you are, for example, at the conference or at the networking event, those questions are still working, but they have a little different nature. The principle is still the same, but their spin-off is a little bit different. You still have to ensure that you are a stand-up guy and not some kind of schmuck that will just try to abuse them somehow. But for example, the what do you want question is usually answered by your presence at the conference or at the networking event. And who are you is usually answered by your tag. So you have to take a little different approach to that, but you still have to employ all those questions and you have to work and build upon these. So still the element of time and a threat is still in place, and you need to make sure that you are communicating the proper things. If you'd love to if you would like to hear more on how to use these things at conferences and meetings, gatherings, and networking events, just leave me a comment down below and I will prepare the video on those topics. The use I have mentioned in this video above is more in scenarios that you have to talk to the person, so like the receptionist, or you are fundraising, or you are going to doctor's office, for example. Those questions must be answered there, and it will make the interaction nice and warm, and you will just be more enjoyable, and you will be more enjoying the process as well. So you will become like a proper communication wizard that you are. If you want to learn more about ChatLiPro framework and how this framework can help you in conversations, in communications, check out the video that is over here. It will take you to the video where I introduce you the framework, and you will also know where to put this video into that framework so it works the best for you. Thank you very much for your attention. Check out the video over here, or check out and leave a comment down below as well, please. Thank you very much for your attention again, and see you next time.